Good morning. Oh my goodness. Let's look. First thing I want to do this morning is I want to pull cards and look at what's happening with Kamala. Now, if Kamala gets all the people of color vote and women stand up all vote, it will definitely offset this old white man mentality that won't vote for a woman no matter what, or a person of color. So, that being said, let's look and see what do we have with Kamala this morning. How are things going with Kamala this morning? Now, I understand she got on what was it? Was it not Skype, but something, like we do with our collaboration. I have to forget which one she used. But anyway, I understand that she got on there and it went gangbusters, and she raised the most money of anyone that has ever, with their starting things. So that's fabulous. So let's see. This reading is about, the battle, pushing through, battling, and underneath of it, what's not being taken in, what's not being seen, the battle, and underneath of it, what's not being seen, so the energy coming into it is about Trump, and about her star rising, and about Trump. And the battle, it looks like she is looking to Trump in the battle that is ensuing. It's about holding on, gathering, collecting, holding. The challenge is being kind of pushed to the edge, defending with an outcome of, we have this nightmare scenario. Now, is this more about Kamala or about Trump? She's looking to Trump. She's battling this battle. It looks like this is more of Trump trying to hold on, feeling pushed to the edge, and having this nightmare scenario, So one side we have, the Repugly Uglies. It's about the Repugly Uglies and this feeling of loss. So I'm asking about Kamala, but I'm actually getting more on what's going on with the Repugly Uglies with this. Feeling embattled now and facing loss. On the other side is loss. So, Trump is having nightmares now and trying to hold on and feeling pushed to the edge. And not seeing, we have Biden here. We have Biden. What's crossing it is the world and being out in the cold and not liking what's coming down and what's being shared. So rather than Kamala, I've really gotten the thing on Trump this morning and how Kamala is affecting him and affecting this whole thing. I'm going to look at this one. I want to put this in the center and look and see what this is about. What's not being taken in when it comes to Biden. Maybe it's Trump not taking into the thing that Biden is fully backing Kamala and will be in her corner and continuing to help her. Maybe that's what it's about. But we're going to take this and we're going to pull the smaller thing and see what it says. Because while I'm asking about Kamala, this is actually the perspective when it comes to Kamala, what's going on in Trump's camp, feeling embattled, and his camp feeling embattled, and the Republicans are worried about a loss. They're already worried about this, okay? Trump, coming into it, we have Trump, the outcome is nightmare scenario. This is his worst nightmare. Having to come up against a woman, not only a woman of color, not only a woman and a woman of color, but someone that's a prosecutor. What do you know? So he's struggling. He's pushed to the edge and trying to hold on. They were whining about the money and stuff. We have democracy here and Biden passing the torch. On the world stage, we have he's out of the alignment. He's out of church. He's out of all of these types of things, okay, in the eyes of the world. And not liking what's coming down the pike. But let's go ahead. We're going to look at this in the center and see what is this about? What's not being seen? What's not being taken in? Or is this looking within rather than looking without? Let's see what it is. Okay, it's about the light shedding. What's looking at this thing realistically, about that being out in the cold, okay? Above it, we have these manipulations. Okay, of trying to hold on. We have this ability to hold on to, have everything together, and this abuse of power. So what's not being seen is light being shed on how he's going to try to manipulate this. What are they going to try to do? Okay. So outside of the church, figuring out the next move, crossing it, is the monetary stuff and the new opportunities. A lot of stuff still up in the air, and being a bit tied up, okay, when it comes to his past stuff, okay. So I think it's just about the Biden administration and everything is looking within and trying to figure out what Trump's next move is going to be, how he's going to try to abuse power, manipulate things, hold on, what is he up to? So that's what that's about. So looking within and trying to figure out what's Trump's next move, what are they up to, and how to go forward, okay? So that's looking good. That's looking good. So why did you give me Trump instead of Kamala? I'm asking about Kamala, but I'm getting what was going on with Trump's camp. Okay, why are you giving me that instead of Kamala? It's about this walking away, this distancing, okay? When it comes to this newer opportunity and the strength of it, that he is pulling away. He just mentally does not know how to deal with this, Okay, he does not mentally know how he's going to deal with Kamala. Because she's a woman and she's a strong woman and she won't put up with his stuff. Okay, so what's going on with Kamala today? What's in her mind? Okay, it's about what people are being fed. It's about the abuse of power and bringing people together. Okay, looking at the fishtails, the lies, the abuses of power, and getting people behind her. Okay, so let's shift. What can you tell me about Kamala today, not Trump? What can you tell me? What's going on with Kamala today? Okay, rather than Trump. I'm feeling to use the other cards instead. Let's use this deck. Let me shuffle these real quick. What can you tell me? What's going on with Kamala today? What's going on in Kamala's world, in her mind, and, you know, this going forward today? Where are we at? Okay. So it's about the pain of this, the mental pain, the physical pain. You know, this is a difficult thing for her. And underneath of it all, figuring what's the next move. How to go. Where are we going to go with this? Okay. Yeah. So the energy coming into it is about family, whether this is her tight family with Biden. Could also be the difficult thing that she's going to have, you know, with her own family, the things that she's going to have to put into perspective. Or it could also be looking at MAGA, but let's look and see. It's about the worldview, and this is, when I get the world card, a lot of times it's all encompassing for them. Something that is taking up a lot of her existence. It's the challenge is bringing light, okay? Bringing light with an outcome of bringing people together. So it's in a heart space, a difficult time, you know, having to step into this role because she knows how difficult this was for Biden, and she really does love Biden. And so this is a difficult thing for her to do at the center of it. On one side of it, we have the donations, the things that are coming in and what she can give back. The other side of it, we have Trump. Also could be her aspirations and things, what she wants to do going forward. Again, there's some hidden things to know. Crossing it is what's being offered. This fully engaging in the power and holding on to it, and this Tower moment. So I think this fully engaged and the big money backers and everything, I think what's being offered is this the actions of 2025 with Trump, okay? And so there are still some secrets, some hidden things going on. We're going to look at that. I want to see what that's about. What about these hidden things? What's going on? But just a painful situation when it comes to stepping into this role and seeing what's being given out, okay? When it comes to Biden, when it comes to Trump, and also her higher aspirations. If we look at this double-edged sword, we're looking at Trump at one side, the other side is the higher aspirations. Difficult thing for her to step into this and what is being given out. Trying to get family, getting people together, like I said, if she gets the women's vote and the persons of color's vote, it will definitely steamroller these old white guys that would never vote for a woman no matter what. Okay, and definitely not a woman of color. So this is all encompassing in her world at this moment and trying to figure out going forward. Now, let's see, what are these secrets? What is it that's hidden? Okay. What is it that's not being seen? It's been under wraps, as we say. Okay. So it's about, again, we have that, the other card that we had in the other reading, and it was about looking within at what's taking place. Okay. Trying to figure it out, when underneath of it, when it comes to the viability of holding on to total power with this. So let's see. Above it, we have what's being overturned, hung up, seeing from a different perspective. The foundation is moving forward to a better place. One side of it, this is all encompassing for her at the moment. And the other side with what they're trying to get away with. So I think it's looking at deeper aspects of this 2025 and just this whole thing of the dictatorship, etc. There, underneath of it, some struggle going on. Crossing it is the Repugly Ugly Party, and some of their distancing and trying to hold on, okay, and being a bit tied up with it. So it's just, it looks like the secrets are about trying to find out the Repugly Ugly's next move, okay, and the 2025 scenario and all of that drama. So she's very focused, laser focused. This is a hard thing for her to step into, the way that it's taking place. But she is definitely up to the job, and so we'll have to see what happens. Anything else you can tell us on that? Okay, the whole thing, her whole focus, the world thing, and I think this is not just here, but a concern for the world when it comes to these abuses of power and the struggle that we face going forward with this. I think it's just that whole thing about the uber right and, light versus dark, basically. Freedom versus dictatorship, and it's not just happening in America, this is happening across the world. Now, it seems that the last time that they had this, was it France? It was somewhere in Europe, and they thought that the uber right was going to win, but they lost. Okay, they lost. According to the polls, they were, they were going forward, and it looked like that the uber right was going to win, but they did lose. Okay, so I think it's that perspective that's going around the world, that we are at this crisis point of, do we want dictatorships? Or do we want basically the values of what Christ was speaking of? And I don't care what religious persuasion you're in. All the religious persuasions basically have that tenet of doing the right thing and compassion and empathy, etc. And so it's that light versus the... Now, when when I say Antichrist, I don't mean one specific person. I see the evil angel church, the evangelicals that have put Trump on a pedestal, that is an Antichrist movement, okay? I see the Antichrist as a movement, as that proliferating darkness that's trying to, quell the light. But the light will not be quelled. And the darkness is, like it says, cannot understand the light. It just can't get it because they are only self-serving, okay? The self-serving cannot understand love, compassion, empathy. Just like Trump, when he was saying he didn't want to go, he didn't like people that were captured. He wouldn't go to the cemetery. He said they're all losers. What are they getting out of it? And it's just that mentality of me, my, I, or those willing to put others first, those willing to do what is needed for the collective, those that have higher aspirations. Okay? So on that note, I'll leave that here, and we'll see you online.